If you load it up big, you better clear the rest. The solvent list takes away all my stress. Life's been feeling like kind of a mess. I'll never let a hater make me think less, because everything before this was just a test.
Bagsy Chronicles.
I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we've been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we've been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm about to go up in a blaze. I don't give a fuck unless I'm getting paid. When life gives you lemons, better make lemonade. When the girl gives you heads, you better get laid.
Ooh. Welcome back to the Bagsy Chronicles. Doing that live was a bad idea. Oops. Oh, fuck. All right, one more time. Who? Wow. Sorry, folks. That was packed. A little tight the first time. And I am your host of the Bagseed Chronicles, Uncle Dig, with the unrivaled no-cough game, born of all kinds of cannabis consumption. Except one, I have never hit a chillum. Not because I look down on the humble OG chillum, but I have never been given the opportunity. All of my other creative outlets, besides the Bagseed Chronicles, are currently either on semi-permanent hiatus, didn't get off the ground, or are still in the development process. As a result, this show is currently the only thing I am working on artistically, if you want to call it that. And I do, because I understand my own value. Anyway, that sounds gross. Anyway, so here's what we're going to talk about today on the Backseat Chronicles. I'm going to have a garden update, and that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll tell y'all a story at the end. I know the last garden update I talked about changing up the way I do things, and while that's true in the garden, I was gonna refrain from mentioning yields. But no one's broken inside my house to steal my weed. And if they did that, it would be much harder to do that without waking me up and getting shot. So I don't think they're going to do that. Also, it would be erroneous to assume that I have all the weed that I grew here, as, you know, I don't officially provide cannabis to patients, but I do have a few people that I give cannabis to, and this year, due to my higher yield, I was actually able to be fairly generous, which I was pretty excited about. And I hope I can continue to do that. I think as a grower this past year, I've really come into my own in a very real and measurable way. I mean, hell, I got ripped. That makes me official, right? But I'm starting to get to where most runs I'm pulling close to what I'm expecting. The quality since switching to organic has been, I mean, I'm growing mid to top shelf. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not really growing mostly mids anymore. I'm growing mostly top shelf flower now. Even my bee buds are better than most of what I'm able to get into the dispensary. And that's not what I'm able to get. It's like what I'm able to afford, right? If I could afford $60 an eighth, well, I mean, I don't know if I would even buy it then. I prefer to grow my own. I think we all should if we're able, but I understand that it's not easy for everyone, and I understand that it's not feasible for some, but I think for a lot of you, you're making excuses because really you don't want to grow, which is fine. You have things that you want to devote your time to. But I see a lot of people. Well, anyway, I'm not going to talk shit. Anyway, if you're going to grow. Do it. Don't wait. Don't make reasons not to. Just fucking do it. Or figure out what you need to do it. You know? I know that property ownership isn't always possible for everyone in this, current economy or whatever. But fuck your landlord. Hide it from him. There's tons of ways to do it. You can grow in a closet. You can conceal the grow in a closet. You could literally, put your grow tent, there's so many ways to conceal stuff. I mean, the Taliban were able to hide weapons from us, right? You can't hide weed from your landlord. Come on now. If the law is unjust, you don't follow the law, right? Fuck the law. The law will fuck you at any given opportunity, whether you follow it or not. Yeah. Let's overgrow the world. Heart when you blew your mind. Go meet the fire. You broke my heart when you blew your fucking mind. Uncle Dig's Garden Update. Welcome back. It is November 21st, 2023, and we are in both Gardening Zone 8A and 8B. The USDA finally updated its gardening zones, its hardiness zones, and I have been moved smack dab in the middle of two gardening zones. I always found my placement confusing, and now so does the USDA. Check your updated hardiness maps. Your zone may have changed, and you may have some more plants available for you to grow. So that's very, very exciting. My yields from the outdoor grows are as follows. I went ahead and decided to let you know vaguely. My highest yield was over a pound from the Super Skunk from I Love Growing Marijuana. My lowest yield was 7 ounces from the smallest CBD plant, but I did start that one late, and my cat did lay on it, so that makes sense. I yielded 5.5 pounds from 6 plants. Yee freaking yee, right? I would have had more, but the Ripper stole my 2 biggest plants. If I can catch them next year, I bet you I can clear 8 pounds. I was able to give more weed to patients than I ever have this year. It's really cool. My fence is repaired finally, so hopefully that'll also deter thieves. So that's nice. There is a lot of cleanup around the property to get ready for next year's outdoor garden, including blackberry removal, tree removal, a lot of pruning of the perennials, and booby traps, thinly disguised as trellising. It's really exciting. I've just started my indoor grow. I'm growing all autoflowers. So far, I'm in the process of germinating 11 seeds, 5 G14 from 420 Fast Buds. G14 is an interesting one because G13 is the indica that the army supposedly experimented with on soldiers back in the day. And they decided they didn't want to let soldiers smoke weed based on the results of that experiment. G14 is the autoflower version. G14 is the autoflower version of G13. Allegedly, all this stuff is, basically nonsense. A lot of the real breeding information has been lost. I'm also growing, trying to germinate 3 planetary gas from Gemseeker Genetics. You've listened to him on the podcast before. Charming man. Also, I'm growing 1 freebie. I'm growing a gummy bears from Atlas Seed. It hasn't popped the surface yet, but it is in the ground. And I am growing 2 Girl Scout cookies from 420 Fast Buds. I'm hoping that more seeds will break the surface. Right now, as of today, I only have 2 small seedlings, right? I have 2 out of 3 planetary gas have broken the surface in my 4x4 tent, and I'm anxiously awaiting more seeds to break the surface. So that's really, really exciting. I've got an indoor grow going. I've got a fair amount of weed, and I am smoking big doinks all the time. And I hope that you had an excellent harvest as well. Let's overgrow the world.
So I was on the subway the other day, and somebody was smoking marijuana on the train. We all know about fentanyl,
Yeah.
but marijuana, almost overnight, half the country seems to be smoking it.
Baked in politics. Congratulations, Ohio, in legalizing cannabis via your wonderful referendum system that Texas could learn from, just like so many states could learn from. However, not so fast, says Senator Matt Huffman, Republican. Of course, a conservative would have a problem with the will of the people. Says most voters only had a superficial understanding of the measure. He said in his President's podcast, now, did the voters, for example, know that there was going to be a preferences for license to people that have formerly been convicted for selling drugs illegally? Probably not very many people thought of that. He said in an episode of his President's podcast. However, that is exactly what we do in the marijuana reform movement. We give licenses preferentially to people who have been victims of the drug war. Matt Huffman doesn't understand cannabis legalization, yet he's allowed to ruin it. And just like the pro-choice ballot initiative that was passed with this one, the Republicans in Ohio's state Senate and state House of Representatives are going to do everything they can to destroy the will of the people, because that's what Republicans in this country are doing now. They're a fascist party. They don't like that we're legalizing weed. They don't like that people are pro-choice. They don't like that people are generally okay with gay people and lesbian people and transgender people. And now they are fighting a rear guard action. And rather than going quietly into the night, they are going to abuse us all for as long as they can. What are you going to do about it? Let's overgrow the world.
It's Top Wisdom. S&T Records, let's get it. Zecca on the beat. I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm gonna get lit, take another fat rip off this bomb shit. Can't get enough of it, yes. Hitting the best, feeling